All right, TonyScapone here with the Epic Storm, and today we're going to be playing, well, the Epic Storm. So let me just get the word out to everyone, and I'll be right back. All right, today we are playing the Epic Storm. That's right, TonyScapone playing the Epic Storm. This list top-aided Eternal Weekend North America by, guess who? None other than Bryant Cook, of course. Unfortunately, he lost in the top 8, but incredible feat getting all the way there. Super sweet. You know me, I do love the Epic Storm. I am quite busy, doing most of the time my own brewing, but every now and then I do like to dip in and play a little bit of Epic Storm, and what better time than right after he top 8's Eternal Weekend with it. So this is the list. I'm not going to dig into a big deck tech, obviously. Plenty of videos that you can check out on the channel for that sort of thing. It all makes a lot of sense to me. It's interesting we're on 2 Mox Opal. That makes sense. Chrome Mox being a little more consistent. We've gone back to Ponder for some consistency instead of Bobble. And Cabal Ritual instead of Rite of Flame, allowing us to run a couple of Thoughtseize, a little more protection, interaction, and Cabal Ritual just cast Beseech a lot better. So I am looking forward to the often patient style that this deck is capable of doing. Yet, some of the time, I'm sure we're just going to be very explosive with turn ones or big relays. We'll see. I'm not going to use the sideboard guide. I am going to wing it. I'm sure I'll be close, but I'm sure I also won't be sideboarding perfectly or exactly how it is on the sideboard guide. However, if you would like to be sideboarding just how Bryant may, you can check out the Epic Storm Patreon, so that will certainly be in the in some links in the description below, so check that out. And of course, I do want to thank our sponsors, both Moxfield and Card Hoarder. And I do want to plug my own content. Of course, you see me here on the Epic Storm on Tuesday nights, but if that's not enough, you can go over to my own personal YouTube as well as my Twitch and Patreon, and check out a podcast that I started with a couple others called Brews of Paradise that you can find on Spotify and all the major podcast platforms. So go check all that stuff out. And I don't think I missed anything. We're just going to jump right into the first match, so I'll see you there.
Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Token Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $14.99. This combo token pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens. That includes our classic Storm and mana tokens, as well as fan favorites such as Goblins, Squirrels, and Slime Time Live. But that's not all. We've expanded this token pack to cover a variety of formats with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game.
A little bit since I played the Epic Storm. I believe the last version I played was the one with 8 baubles. I did enjoy that very much so. Ooh, I apologize. My green screen is less than perfect. I am still struggling weekly with difficulties in which Streamlabs just decides to remove the entire Epic Storm overlay and replace it with my own. So I have to like redo it every week, which not fun. But through a process of elimination, I will eventually figure out exactly what it is that is causing that. So as a result, we do not have the scoreboard, and we will have less than perfect production otherwise. So I do apologize for that. The content outshines the production, no biggie. Thank you, D. Allen. Appreciate it. I assure you, we are searching. We have been for a minute and a half, so we should have a match soon. But in the meantime, we can talk a little bit about the list. I also apologize for the... I'm not a fan, I'm sure, as many of you are, the new foiling treatment. The previous wasn't, you know, exactly impressive to begin with, and they made it worse. So if it's annoying, I apologize. I think if they don't change it soon, I'm probably going to be just selling out of all of my foils. But yeah, no. This card's pretty sweet. Gives us some very flexible removal that we can get via Burning Wish. We have some Thoughtseizes that we can get after with the Burning Wish, as well as 2 main deck Thoughtseizes. We have access to some Carpet of Flowers, which is pretty... I don't want to necessarily call it... I was going to say cute, but it's good with Beseech, right? You can use it on the front side and then sacrifice it to bargain, and then as long as you don't have floating mana that you would otherwise be using, oftentimes you can create circumstances in which it is advantageous for you to then move to the second main phase before you go and make use of your Carpet of Flowers that you can replay after you guys will, and put it back into play. So that's pretty cool. We are no longer a deck with Wishclaw Talisman. We are no longer a deck that plays a main deck Echo of Aeons, which makes sense. Those kind of go hand in hand. How was my run at Eternal Weekend? It was good, not great. I played PO. My round 1 opponent, I opened up with a double Emery opener, and my opponent's first card that they put into play was Caracas. So that was tough, losing round 1 like that. It was a close match otherwise. I crushed them game 2, and then game 3 was pretty close. But I wound up X and 4. I was X and 2 for a while, and lost my last match of day 1 and my second match of day 2. Both of which were very close. So it could have gone either way. I played mostly fine. Certainly not perfectly, but reasonably well. The deck itself did very well. There were 6 copies, I think 6 copies of PO in the tournament, and 2 of them top 32. So that's awesome. Win rate was 65%, and across all 3 Eternal Weekends, guess what deck had the highest win rate? PO. 11 total copies. All right, so we have our first round opponent. Let me just make sure storm counter doesn't get cut off. That makes it so I don't block some of the cards over here. I'll try to... Oop, that's the wrong way. No, that's not... We're okay. All right, we were playing against Holy Limbo. They said, good luck, have fun, big fan. Thank you, good luck. Okay, so we have won the die roll. Obviously a good thing. This is a slow but steady hand, so I will keep. We get to turn 1 Ponder and still have access to a Veil of Summer. That's pretty good. Do not have basics, correct? That's fine. Makes sense. So Underground Sea and Under. I do want Burning Wish. I could just play out the Chromox and Petal. I mean, that would be to like play around discard, but we have Veil of Summer. I don't think we necessarily need to do that. I will have to draw one of these cards that I don't necessarily want to. Don't know if Chromox or land is worse. The land is probably worse. I think of a reason to put either or in my hand. I'll play Petal out. Like, I guess I'm hiding the Burning Wish, but again, we have a Veil of Summer. I mean, they could Grief plus Daze. That's a thing. So I may as well put the Burning Wish on top of my deck instead of in my hand. They're not going to force me to shuffle. See and Ponder. That's fine. That felt like a shuffle. It was in fact a shuffle. Oops. All right, we're gonna draw. We have access to 3, 4, 5 if we want it. So we could relay. I don't think we necessarily want to. I think I'm just gonna cast Burning Wish. Is that true? 3, 4. 3, 4, 5. No, we don't have to. We can save it for Storm, actually. Wasn't all that smart, but that's okay. It's not like a huge deal. I mean, you can get Relay. It's probably fine to do so. This is where we get punished if they Wasteland or Taiga specifically. They did not. They might interrupt keep. They did not. Now we have 3, 4, 5. Then we can just imprint Burning Wish. So now we can play around Daze and Force. Is it actually a kill? It looks like it is. We're going to be able to sack our Chrome Mox. We're going to have 3, 4. Not going to have threshold. So 4, 5, 6, 2. If we have to use Veil of 1 post Beseech. Guys will. We don't have like LED to get, but we can get Song. You can also just go for Goblins or Relay. I don't think there's a deterministic kill. Unless we can get Cabal Ritual Threshold on the way back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Oh, we can probably Tutor Chain, right? So 1, 2, 3, second Chrome Mox, 4, 5, 6, Ponder is 7, might interact, 8, 9. I say we just go for it. Worst case, if they do absolutely nothing, we get a Song. I think I want to start with Veil. Mostly to know if they're going to give us more Storm or not. They did. The Bowmasters. Considering they didn't Wasteland, I probably should have been able to read that they were going for this. Also allows us a draw. I think we might actually be able to turn on Cabal Ritual by chaining Beseech. Not sure, though. Not sure I'm capable of thinking of it any further. I'm just going to do it. Unfamiliar enough with these play patterns that it's not an easy deck at all. So we can chain a Beseech, wind up with 7. 8 cards post. 7. I think we're still 1 shy of threshold at that point. Guys, well, 1, 2. Actually problematic, huh? Bargain. Seven, 8. Let me reuse them. I think I'm gonna have to ponder. Isn't as deterministic as I thought it was, actually. If I just Gaea as well instead of, I can make use of this mana of 1. Then I'll Gaea as well. I'll have 2, 3. So I'll have the 4 to be able to beseech again. Okay, so it is just lethal. This deck is difficult. Alright, black. Let's go. So close to threshold. So close to being thresh held. Alright. And to get used to the Gaea's Wells lines again. Okay, so either Scam or Grixis. So I know I want these. Don't necessarily need these. Having lands is always nice, but I don't think we necessarily want them, right? How much Thoughtseize helps. I don't think a ton. I think you're supposed to lean more on Galvanic Relay. We don't have Rite of Flames to take out for carpets anymore. Does that mean it's just the clean swap carpets for Cabal Rituals? Probably want to take out cantrips in some capacity. Like, I don't hate the idea of Beseech you. Typically, you don't necessarily want Ponder, but because of Bowmasters, is it actually that we don't want Brainstorm? At the same time, I want some ability to be able to put Gaea's Well back. Maybe not, though. It's not necessarily true. It's not necessarily a bad card to have in your hand, especially if it's Scam and not Delver. John, what's up? I think I want to Beseech you. It's a great way to deal with Null Rod. In fact, I think I want both. Typically you have Abrupt Decay, which admittedly is not great against tempo decks, but it's a way to be able to deal with Null Rod. You don't want bounce spells that can get countered, and these can't get countered, can deal with Null Rod, and more lands is inviting against Wasteland. I think I at least want to trim a couple Brainstorm. I like the idea of having another Thoughtseize. Empty can stay. Yeah, this is reasonable. Probably not what the boarding is exactly, but I don't think we can keep this. Bummer. We'll keep this. I just bought him one of these Dark Rituals. Yeah. I don't like the idea of jamming this carpet into their days, right? Also tips them off and they just, like, won't act. I want them to commit to an island, if I can get them to. Alright, so Bowmaster's in Wasteland, and now we have a Xanter's Lounge in front of us, so it could be, like, Bug, right? Bug Beans. Well, I guess Xander's Lounge means that they probably have white. Really color? Like, usually this card means they're playing Leyline Binding, right? 5 color with Wasteland? E? Still just don't think I'm supposed to cast Carpet. Like, unless I intended on going for it, which I don't. We need to find another piece of action or some sort of protection. Preferably Veil of Summer. That would be best. Alright, they probably get some beans going. Seiju is interesting. We can hit beans with it, or we can just play it as a land. Or we can hold it. If so much mana, I'm just gonna hold it for now. Yeah, it's more beans. I think I want to hold it for like Deafening Silence or something like that at this point. I was considering using it on end step on beans, but now they have 2 beans. Alright. I do think I just want to be patient. Like, Bowmasters is annoying, but it's not like, and they didn't play it, they don't have it. They do have cards that can be bad for us, but this card takes care of a lot of it. That's, obviously it doesn't take care of that, and that is a bummer. At the same time, we can deal with it, most likely. I'm gonna play Beseiju. And I'm gonna wait. Believe we have Grapeshot. Yes, we do. More beans. Not that we necessarily need Grapeshot to win this, but might be helpful. There's a Thoughtseize. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4. We have 11 without these zeros. For 19. Might wind up killing themselves. I'm gonna Thoughtseize before I carpet. If they leyline binding carpet, that could be an issue. I want to at the very least see if it is going to be an issue. We might be able to just trick them into like interacting enough where we just kill them, despite their Lavinia. We have 4 lands. We can Tendrils. Thomas. So they have Fluster and Force. We have to take Fluster. We carpet and they force a negation. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm sorry, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is lethal. Excuse me. And then if they don't counter this, probably do, right? Yeah, they do. So now they're dead. 4, 5, 2, 4, 6 mana. Means I can cast Tendrils. Storm is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And can't gain life, they are dead. Easy game. Patience is key. Countered, 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 countered. And dead. Good games. All right. We are 1-0. See you in round 2.
Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks.
Hey, Marantil. Good games. Good games, good games. Deck is not easy, people. That did not feel easy. But we got there. Patience is key. Alpha's Van Gogh, who is typically on Blue Dredge. Yeah, I don't see why we don't keep this. Lost the die roll, which is a bummer, but it's alright. Fetch, basic, careful study. Okay. Well, therapy and Golgari Thug. Golgari Thug. Let's go. I want to go volcanic. I feel like Underground Sea is going to make... I think I have a better chance of dodging their Cabal Therapy if I put volcanic into play. They want to daze this? That's fine. Yeah. I know they run daze. Fine with that. Like, this deck does have a Bayou, so you can go Volcanic and Bayou if that's advantageous, or you can go Underground Sea, Taiga. Those are the two, like, you know, pairings that make sense of lands. We are 1-0. Yeah, sorry, Brian. I'm still trying to pin down why it keeps replacing the overlay, so I think I may... By process of elimination, we'll get there. But it's still, even as is, a fair amount of work to redo the whole thing every week. Or not the whole thing. To redo what you have to redo. Yeah, we 2-0'd the first match against 5 color beans. I think I want to play a land out. And I do think I want to brainstorm here. We have 2, 4, 5 mana. Could relay. I think I just want to brainstorm again, honestly. With a Underground Sea. Could go for it. We do have lethal. We storm 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have more. We have lethal, but not through interaction. But what are we doing next turn that's going to interact so heavily? Not much. Like, we have to ponder. I think it's going to take us 2 turns. They dazed us. Yeah, we did. We beat Lavinia, Fluster, Force and Negation. Unfortunately, I do think we have to be a little bit patient here, but I'm not thrilled with it. Hello, Dominic. So they're not doing anything. I think I want to go get Thoughtseize. The only thing is I really want to ponder. If we find Veil, we win. Find one of our 2 Thoughtseizes. We win. Oh, we have this Cabal Ritual, and we have a lot of cards in her. I'm going to ponder, actually. Yeah, I did too. But once I realized that if we find Thoughtseize as well, we should be able to win. And I just really... the shuffle. I just really don't want to draw that other Burning Wish either. It's possible I should have Thoughtseize there before even ritualing, but it doesn't really matter. Like, if they want to force this, fine. I'll just do it next turn instead. Some Beanstalk pile? No. This is Blue Dredge. Yeah. That's fine. Thoughtseize. I just don't want to get hit by Cabal Therapy, but we do have, like, a lot of gas, thanks to Cabal Ritual, actually. It's a pretty good Cephalid Coliseum. Maybe I am getting punished for not Thoughtseizing first. They have a million bridges. They only have 1 Cabal Therapy. They just cast one from their hand. Yeah, that's brutal. Yeah, I'm getting punished. I was supposed to Thoughtseize. Like, instead of Dark Ritual. So, they have to hit Beseech and Burning Wish. And then we have to hit action. The good news is if we hit action, we're just gonna win. I mean, it's been around for a bit. It's pretty good. This is like the pilot who created it and consistently does well with it. Pretty much the only one, but... Alright, they're gonna re-gack. No action off the top. Yeah. We got punished. Punished for sure. So they play... Pretty sure they play ley lines. Not sure how much we care about that. I think they even play like a split of Sanctity and Leyline of the Void. Carpet seems pretty good. I think I want at least one Thoughtseize. Things are slow enough where I might want one on the side. Not always perfect against them. Generally speaking, I probably want to speed up and not play Ponder. They had no rod. We can play a Beseech you. But yeah, probably not worth playing two. I think if I'm trimming a Chromox, I don't love it, but they do have discard. Card's a lot worse against discard. We are on the play. Maybe I don't want to do that on the play, at least. I am bringing in carpets and not taking out Cabal Rituals. I think that's fine. What's up, Tony? I was the guy next to you's opponent in the high roller. That little mini scandal happened, giving away your deck. It's cool chatting with you, lol. Mini scandal. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a bummer. But it's alright. It was innocent enough. He didn't mean anything by it. I don't think we can keep this. I mean, we do have a Veil, but if we want a Thoughtseize, we have to imprint Beseech. And then that kind of guts a Relay. I don't think I can keep this. Alright. I do think we open with Thoughtseize. They're on 7. They have double force, but no other blue card. They also have Grief. I think Grief is actually just more damaging for us. So let's take Grief. And pass. Please don't draw Grief. Arbit seems kind of slow in this matchup. It really doesn't take much for it to just, like, be... It's... I don't know. When... Like, sure they have non-islands, but not really. Not that many. Whoa. That was a draw. So it really doesn't take much for Carpet to just like not really be that, like I could understand if you're trying to bring in like 4, it doesn't make sense, or even 3, but I'm just fine with 2. Good night. Let's get our Taiga. Now, we could have been more patient with this, but I don't think we can afford to. Alright. Any action here, and we are just in great shape. If not, kind of a bummer. For sure. Yeah. Definitely a bummer. I did play with PO. I did okay. I went 7-4. There were 2 other PO players that went 8-2-1, both making top 32. The deck had a 65% win rate, and well. Who decided to show up? SD. Like, I think I'm supposed to cast this. And okay, they just forced it. Figured they might. They didn't. Realistically, I think we had 2 options. Getting and casting a relay, just to dodge discard and still, get cards out of it. Go up 1 card. Or just get Echo and pass, which is, I think, probably what I would have done. Beat both of them. They got pretty unlucky. What were you on? Alright. Thug is in play. Action. At the end there, when you played against Evan, you wound up in the top 8, right? When you played against Evan, you punted. I don't know if you heard me telling him not to, like, crap on him, right? Like, I made my fair share of mistakes on the day. The deck is very difficult. So I'm just gonna go for Pierre here. There's, he, when he cast a ring with Grim Monolith and an island, and then he had 2 Ancient Tombs, and he could have, on the end step, tapped both his Ancient Tombs to untap his Monolith. So then the next turn, when he cast that Paradox Engine, and he had the Emery in play, he could have just cast 2 of them. He would have had enough mana. Did I imprint the Thoughtseize? I kind of wanted to use that. We have 1 more. I can just beseech. Oh, there's one right here. E. 8. They got nothing. Kill you. Yeah. Yep. What do I think of the transmute artifact? People always ask me that as though, like, we haven't, like, I've never played it. Not to suggest that's how you're asking, but it always feels that way. Okay, so on the draw. Yeah, I mean, a lot of us have. I've tested it a fair amount at a couple of points with the deck. With these carpets, it's like you could say carpet seems slow, right? But ponder's slower than carpet. When you're replacing your ponders with carpets, it's a different story than when you're replacing your Cabal rituals. And not that Cabal rituals are particularly fast. I think I do want to go down that Chrome Mox now. But yeah, transmute, it's good. It's always been good. I've just had difficulty playing it, you know, in a circumstance where it felt optimal. A lot of good things you can do with the deck. It's difficult to make those decisions to do what you think is optimal. There's a lot of things that are just close enough where it's like just totally reasonable to do it or not. Having said that, Hatfield's choice to replace Thought Monitor with the card is interesting and probably makes the most sense than that it's made me think, that's for sure. It's tough because Thought Monitor is very good with the card. However, it is the slot that makes the most sense to replace it as well. Yeah, on tap. See what we can do here. Next turn we can double Beseech. You can see if they want to daze a carpet. I don't think I need 2 LEDs. I think I just want to beseech. I guess I can do it with carpet. I just want to beseech. If they don't counter it, I can get song. Or no, they can just counter song. But that's okay too, because then next turn we can just beseech again and kill them. Alright, which means let's put Brainstorm back. I can put Petal back. Hold on to Brainstorm. Petal plays around Daze though. No, we need it to take that Beseech line. Yes. He said BRB, I'm on the phone. We don't double beseech this turn. We beseech. We force them to use their interaction. And the next turn we beseech. Is what I meant. Richard LeMay. I was the Ruby player and this was my first Eternal Weekend. I'm definitely going to make it an annual thing. But I still can't get over how much cardboard value was in the hall. Yeah. Yep. You were the Ruby player. That the Ruby player that I let borrow the City of Traders, or the Ruby player that I played against? You're Richard. Yeah. Not the one that I played against. Yeah, there was, I mean, a lot of power. Whole lot of power. Can anyone guess, out of the 3 Eternal Weekends combined, what deck had, with 10 or more pilots, what deck had the best win rate? We're going by you. We're not playing around Daze anyway, so I'd rather them Daze this. Legacy. Nope, not Painter. Nope. Was not Painter. Painter was I. Nope. Nope. Ding. Paradoxical outcome. 11 pilots. 62%, or back and look. But it was the highest. I think it was 62. It was either 62 or close to 62. And then I figured it's over because there were 2 mirror matches that occurred. Under 10? No, it was 11 pilots. Which is really good, because the deck is extremely hard to play. So I would have thought it was going to be rough initially, until we all, like, got better with it. Yes. Black. Ritual. Three, four. I guess I can actually just use ritual instead of pedal. Well, that's not true, because we're sacking carpet. Well, hopefully we draw mana. Or hopefully they just don't have it. Blue dredge, yeah. Come on, let me song. I just want a song. Rap? Wow. Aim break trap. That's a Cabal Therapy. That's 3 Cabal Therapies. That's probably going to be a creature. Oh no, Cephalic Coliseum. Okay. I think we lost. 1, 2, 3. Huh. Alright. I mean, if they miss on their first, then they can only hit one thing. Oh my god. That hurts. Alright, we're dead. We died. Okay, we are 1-1. I definitely didn't play that perfectly. I'll see you in round 3.
With Card Hoarder, renting your favorite combo deck has never been easier. There isn't a more affordable solution for Magic Online. Want to play the deck in this video? Check out the pinned comment below to easily rent the deck from Card Hoarder. Did you know you can rent the Epic Storm from Card Hoarder for as little as 7 tickets a week? We've made it simple to do so by including a button to rent the entire deck at theepicstorm.com/deck.
Alright, round 3 playing against Vidar. Won the die roll. Our hand is not good. Definitely mulliganing. Hand is better. I'm going to bottom one of these. I will put Mire into play and hold up my Veil of Summer and pass. Finally finished PO. Nice. We're just relaying for 2 next turn. entirely dependent upon what we see here. Ew. Okay, let's see what's happening. Muxus. That's gonna be a toughie. Okay, so Veil does next to nothing, so let's imprint that. Want to fetch, or do I want one for a brainstorm? I think I want one for a brainstorm. I'm gonna have green, I'm gonna have blue-black. Normally with blue-black you get Taiga, but I already have green, don't need any more green. So I guess that means there another underground sea, or no, because I do actually need red. So let's get volcanic. We could just Thoughtseize them. I think we have to Thoughtseize them. Alright, let's hope to hit a spell that we can relay, then win the following turn. It's gonna be tough. Mountain. Sticker Goblin. They only got 4. They're just gonna play Skirk and a Spirit Guide. They drew Broadside Bombardiers. That's really, really bad for us. It was easily the best draw aside from Muxus. Yikes. Probably throw this matron. 2, 4, 5, so I think we're dead. Oh boy. Guys, well, get me out. Get me out of here. Okay. We need fast hands. Post board, they have some chalice, line break traps. I think I want these. Can I afford to cut relay? I'll be on the draw. Oh. Gotta cut Veil. It's like against chalice, but not really. I bring the Thoughtseize in. Bummer. We keep this and Thoughtseize them. Because I'm not going to go through a guide while streaming. I already talked about how there is a guide, and that if you do want to sideboard better and how Bryant would, check out the Patreon. These. Their hand is pretty bad. Having said that, they have a lot of draws that's going to give them at least the Bombardiers, which is concerning, but is what it is. Seeing that level of Magic being played, yeah. That's why they kept it. They knew. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. Got him. I think I just want to like try to make goblins as soon as possible and try and close the door. It's either that or I want to go kind of a slower route here, removing this. Thing is, if I want to go for goblins, I want to be mana efficient and Burning Wish right now for it. Because then I can start cantripping, and I might even be able to cantrip into some spells and resolving it next turn. That would actually be... Like, if Empty's going to be powerful, it's going to be powerful, like, ASAP. So, that's what I'm going to do. Boring until you see how tilted. Okay. Alright, that is a castable. We can go for 6 goblins guaranteed right now, or we can try to find a land with Ponder. 6 right now. Found a land, so it's possible they found a spirit guide, and if they draw land, 2/2 definitely beats 6. I think I'm in for a Ponder. That's a bump. Alright. So now... we're kind of in for a brainstorm too. Okay, that's good. What I was looking for. Interesting. We had Thoughtseize in a relay. take their spirit guide, but I think it's probably still just better to go for the empty now. 1, 2, 3, 4 will be 8. Then we can follow up with a Thoughtseize next turn, as long as they don't play a creature for 1 turn. Taiga. Didn't draw Mindbreak Trap. Thoughtseize. Take a Spirit Guide. So we'll cast Burning Wish. And get a Grapeshot. Alright. This one's going to be a bit more difficult. I wonder how much play Veil has. Let's see. On the draw, I probably don't want all these Thoughtseizes. No, they're fine. They're still fine. I do need to beat Mindbreak Trap, and they're pretty good at taking Muxus. Not in love with this hand, but I'm going to keep it. Yeah, the Sage is in the deck. One Bombardiers. Multiple relays, not what we're looking for. I'm going to brainstorm either way, so I'm going to do it now. LED into play. Battle Cry. Alright, no mana though. Not sure I can afford to mire before I brainstorm. I know there's a relay underneath that we don't want. We don't have a Badlands, do we? It's kind of a bummer. Yeah, I'm gonna brainstorm without fetching. Doesn't feel great. That felt good though. So this is gonna be 3 cards, 4 cards. Gonna be enough. And my Thoughtseize, I got a 13. Might die. 2, 4. To do this twice, it would be 8. 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 15. We would be dead. Can't afford to Thoughtseize. 1 away. Good. Can't relay. Yeah. Play this out. I suppose I could besiege you. Their ancient tomb? No, then I would have wanted to do that on my turn. Alright. Yeah, Cabal's not threshold. We would have had a win. Things that kill us here. That's all they have? We're not dead then. But then I'm worried about trap. Because otherwise, why would you keep this in, right? But we might have enough to actually Thoughtseize them now. Probably gonna throw the token. Ew. We're gonna go to 1. I think I'm supposed to besiege you. That'll help me get threshold, right? We'll have 4, there'll be 5, 6. We'll be 1 shy. But it might do it for us. Or we can just take the mana that it gives us. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can Thoughtseize into Beseech. Then we'd have enough to do it on the backside, right? 3, 4, 5. Each would hit. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we'd have. Okay. I don't need to use this Beseech you. Use not fetching. Get you. We just can't draw. I won't say it. Didn't need that, but I'll take it. You have a trap? Do not have a trap. You're dead. Easy game. I don't have to bargain. Plenty of mana. Alright, alright. One more game, right? Oh no. I guess we won. Okay. Lost track of it. Well, we're 2-1. See you in round 4.
Want early access to articles at theepicstorm.com? Become a member of our Patreon to get articles 7 days early, on top of other sweet benefits, and help us pay our website team. You can sign up at patreon.com/theepicstorm.
Drills emoji. That's silly. Sorry about the green screen, guys. Get it fixed as soon as I figure out what the heck is going on with Streamlabs. Alright, here we are in round 4 against Sakuragi. And then bunch of numbers. Hand is pretty good. Yep. If they don't play something disruptive and show that they're also not a blue deck, so basically like they're green, then we could potentially brainstorm into a win. Looks like they're a blue deck. It's probably worth Thoughtseizing. Like, there are matchups that you don't want to be Thoughtseizing here. However, we don't know what our opponent is doing. This is Legacy. It's a very powerful format. I think enough of the time you're just going to pass and then die. Oh, it's this deck. Huh. This Maurader makes the most sense. They can reanimate a troll either way. Deck probably has grief, so I'm gonna play this out. It's looking like we're just gonna kill them next turn, but depends what this brainstorm does. You don't understand people who play decks like goblins and D&T. It doesn't seem very good. No blue cards and no easy win. I think D&T has some issues right now, but goblins did pretty well at Eternal Weekend. Zoom, so they get their troll. Zoom, they use Delta. Troll. They have one unknown. Huh. That's what I was hoping to brainstorm into. So now we have 2, 3, 5, 8. So we're one shy of a peer. If our brainstorm hits a dark ritual, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wouldn't do it, but if our brainstorm hits a dark ritual, LED, or 2 pieces of 2 petals or something, can we get to peer? It hit opal, but at least replaced itself. Not the worst. Could wait a turn. Could make 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 goblins, which is probably not good enough. Good echo, which is likely good enough to kill them, but not deterministic. Grief is probably the worst thing that could happen to us. Just put Burning Wish on top. And then if they do grief us and take Dark Ritual, then we can echo. That's probably best. Yes, I can echo. Did mention that. I also said that it is likely to kill them. However, Peer is deterministic. And, like, worst case, they draw the best thing they could, which is grief, and take our Dark Ritual. We're just basically in the same spot. The upside of just killing them, which is very, very, very likely. Just don't care about that. You're dead. This is where we basically just start clicking a bunch. Hold. 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 Oop. All right. I think we can figure it out from here. I think. We'll see. We'll find out. Cast Brainstorm. Why not? Why not? Why shouldn't I? Yes, that's enough storm. It does. Feels good when you do it in paper and your opponent lets you do it. And they apologize to you and you're like, do not apologize. Thank you. Thank you for letting me draw these cards instead of scooping. Okay, so Marauders. Okay. They can't or wouldn't dare to Chalice. Would counter the crashing footfalls. They were blue, black, green, red. They are 4-color, access to a lot of stuff. Don't want carpets. I think I don't mind having one. Some sort of nonsense. Probably have traps. I'm gonna play a third Thoughtseize. Keep this one on the side. I'm gonna keep it light. Veil can come out. Try this. We don't know why some people allow us to combo after Pier. Just in case we whiff, right? A mulliganed. Say this is good enough. Not like thrilled with it, but good enough. Probably gonna discard us, so I don't really want to. All right. Yeah, got Veil, huh? Didn't think that through. Although, it's still, I mean, if I could do it again, I'd probably still cut it just because we're on the draw. Obviously, Veil doesn't help us here. If we lose here, I will bring it back in on the play. All 4? I don't know. Probably getting griefed. Is a bummer. Raw dog in it. Okay. Yeah, I think I actually want this other relay. Hmm. Thoughtseize. Hey Tony, did you end up making it to the pre-modern event Sunday? I heard them paging you as I was heading out. Yeah. I didn't realize it was on Companion app. It's the first time I've ever played that format, and just like grabbed some cards. My buddy had like an unfinished pre-modern deck from some. It was like an awful fluctuator deck, but I had a lot of fun. For sure. Yes, I do want a Thoughtseize. One card. I gotta cycle a Petal to do it, but the upside... Yeah, the upside of discarding them, potentially. Was afraid of that, but a small risk. Mana is unlikely to be our bottleneck here. Suppose I could Tendrils for 10 if I wanted to get rid of an LED and a Petal. If this hits like a bunch of fast mana, then I probably will. 4, 7, 8, 9. We just have a Pier next turn. So that should do her. 3, 7, 8. We don't have it through a trap, and now we're seeing blue lands, so hopefully they don't have like a Fluster or Force Negation or Mind Break Trap. Those are the cards that get us. Really matter what land, I'm just gonna pick one. Sure. Bowmaster would be bad too. Definitely some cards out there that would be bad for us. Days. But they're on one draw. One draw, they had it. Brutal. So we're not dead yet, right? We go to 7. All it takes is Beseech or Cantrip into Beseech. Song is blue, black. No! So that was a mistake. Definitely got the wrong land. No rod. Okay. Sure. Alright, at least we get to see some things here. So that means they're probably playing Force of Will as well. Should actually be playing Veils. Good for Grief too. Not sure Carpet's worth it. Deju's worth it. don't think I want Echoing Truth. Guess it's good against Rhinos too. Some fun. Playing one. Relay does not seem great. I think it forces and dazes. I think it's fine. Yeah. Echoing Truth. You mean this match? This isn't a match. There's no way Marauders Rhinos is on a sideboard guide. Yeah. Problem is we can't re-beseech. Even if we had the turn one. Guess I keep it. You'd have to ask Punishing Waterfalls what they're calling it. Not his deck, but he was jamming it a bunch. All right. Let's cast this Brainstorm. Wonder's not bad. I'll put the song back. Completely useless, but Dark Ritual back. Don't have a drop. That's alright. We got petals for green. Maybe I'm supposed to keep the Dark Ritual because if I find a Veil here, you just go off. Bummer. Not bad. Six. There's an argument for Thoughtseizing here. If you're gonna null rod me, just do it already. Think so. The top three cards the target plays library, then put them back in any order. You're gonna target me. Okay. How do you know what I need? I mean, if there's exactly either Tendrils or Gaea's Will, sure. Romux wasn't bad here. Alright, let's hope they don't have double interaction. We do not. Two, three. Plenty of storm. We'll have 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 6. Yeah. You're dead. Not that you have to like hold priority and cast this, but I like making chat worry. Gotta make you worry that I'm not gonna do it, you know? Because it cycles and gives them artifact and creature for delirium for their marauders. Alright, they scooped it up. Alright, we got him. We are 3-1. I will see you in the final round.
The best legacy podcast? That would be Eternal Glory featuring myself, Bryant Cook, alongside Brian Koval and Phil Gallagher. We're available on all major podcast platforms and YouTube.
Not bad, not bad. Yeah, it cascades into rhinos, but it doesn't have cascade unless it's delirious. So it's that didn't seem like a solid version. Best legacy podcast? Do you agree, Tony? Well, I made my own legacy podcast, so what do you want me to say, you know? I do listen to Eternal Glory podcast. Probably first over anything. Bummer. You could keep this, but it certainly feels like a mulligan to 6, so might as well just mulligan. Go for the high. Yeah. Well, yeah, I think it's about. Shelldock Isle. Okay, is this mill? Like, this is only in Doomsday in the sideboard sometimes, right? So I want to be able to veil into Beseech. So, don't have Trop. Wonder. It's just Underground Sea. See that on Doomsday main deck today? No. No, you don't. No way. 2, 3, 4. Alright. I'm gonna take these. This out. Sword. I mean, this is the card that Doomsday plays. If they play it, but they don't play it in the main deck. Storm, sure. I don't even know what Mossword Bridge does. Being completely honest. I'm not entirely unfamiliar with it. I can't not recollect what it does. Alright, Rainstorm has finished. We do have the option to go for it, or we have a land on top. Means we can wait. We can also test the waters by veiling. They let it go, we're passing. But it might get them to force it and like pitch a cantrip they needed. We lose Storm. Does that matter? Next turn, we'll wind up going. Because I don't want to use Misty and shuffle away this land. Is the card that I want. I'd have to go LED Opal, Veil. The event they do nothing or counter it, still passing. Then because at that point I could Veil again, but I don't like that. Then if we wound up beseeching, we'd sack Opal, be beseech. Guy's will is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'd be short on Storm, so I'm just gonna pass. You have a creature of a certain power. Oh, that's the like. I know that card. The wonky like show and tell Dreadnought Shelldock Isle deck. Be holding up Stifle. Yes, if it's that deck, it looks like it is that deck. Huh. Really? Okay. If we Veil, counter it with Hermit. Here we go. Is the question. Could also just go for it. Fail in response to it. Not much reason to do that. Don't even get to draw a card. Fail. I mean, this is all they did last time. Last turn. They had a lot of mana. So, I am going to wait. If they want to play the backside of this, I don't care. They kill me? I'll be sad. Dang it. Paradigm shift? Really? Okay. What do you got? Okay. You did it. That means we don't have an out unless they cast a blue or black card. Could potentially draw into like land brainstorm. Right to combat. Maybe I was just supposed to go for it. Shift. I definitely want my Thoughtseizes. Two actually seems pretty good. And ponder. I think I like carpet over Cabal Ritual. Probably not supposed to play relay. Be a Force of Will deck though. Yeah, play relay. Like too many lands. Not a bad hand. All right, what's going on over there? Give me some information. I'm gonna force this. Get weird. Ugh. Hey. I'll take that for sure. All right. I mean, would have taken force and just went for it, but we had 2, 4, 7. We would have had to have echoed. I have a lot of interaction in the deck. I'd just rather try and find it. They used their first brainstorm to set up the Emrakul hideaway? I'm not sure. I guess I'll pass. A bummer. Really like to draw a cantrip here. Did take some out. Other piece of action. In Veil would definitely be the best draw. Helen. And Drifter, okay. They have Brainstorm and Emrakul, so this is gotta draw something here. There we go. Two, 4, 6. Bottom two things. Gonna have 2, 4, 6. Keep these LEDs. I can attempt to put Song onto the stack. They're gonna force it. We follow up with. No, we have to. I have to play my stuff out. Go 3, 5. Yeah, if I Beseech first, I have to play these out, and then Song just isn't that good. Play out at least one of them. They have Burning Wish for Echo, then go for a lethal Beseech. They have to counter. Yeah. We can get 7 mana, 2, 3, 4. You can bottom one of the LEDs. I think I brought all my Thoughtseizes in though. Yeah, he's gonna brainstorm, put Emrakul on top, and attack us with yes. It's entirely possible I should have kept one of these. A non-LED? Okay. Good. Down to Brian Cook. Hijacked his channel. Three cards. They might counter this. They probably won't. Shouldn't. Okay. They might counter this. That would be funny. Yeah. Gotcha. They brainstorm Emrakul plus an unknown. Because he can only do so much. If you get another force, you get another force. You know? Even a daze. Surgical would be brutal. Add another force. Yep. You got me. Dark red. Okay. Right down. 12. 2 cards in hand. Box opal. That doesn't help. Yeah. The land and they're fetching. Oh, the then. Look at the top of priority library at any time. Okay, that makes sense. Ooh. That's a banger. End of turn. Okay. And a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This thing will be gone if they use it. Make black? I think I make black. Either way, it's going to be 6. I'm sorry, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If they will counter it, and then we can't recast it. I think I want black post echo. I don't think it matters actually. Favorite. Right. You gotta cast Rit there. If you don't, they just let it go. I would. You kidding me, dude? His opponent, man. Unreal. I mean, that's not terrible for us, but they had one force. They had a force and a null rod. We take the null rod. A couple turns later, they have another force. That's pretty good. So we have 3, we have 7, we have 5 post Burning Wish. Could kill Hermit. I think I'm just supposed to relay. We Grapeshot this thing. 2 for wind up at. Feels good. It's not bad. Can't imagine Ancient Tomb is what they needed. This is where they just flip a monster. Oh. Right, I go to 4. 1 card. Oh. Ask this before I choose. Guess I could just not choose yet. Brutal. Brutal. Just want to see. I want to see. It's an Emrakul. Oh, right. We knew that. Thinking they drew unknown card. Nope, just the same game. Yeah, they got us. That was quite the draw. Quite the draw. I definitely didn't play that league perfectly, but it was close. Almost got a 4-1. Wound up with the 3-2. I mean, deck feels good. You definitely got to be patient. I would have to play it a lot more to become more proficient with it. But I had fun, that is for sure. I didn't get to cast Song, which is definitely disappointing, but I know it's good. Yeah, hope you enjoyed. Hope you had some fun. And go check out the rest of the Epic Storms content. Go check out my content. Got my own YouTube as well as Twitch, Patreon. If you have been liking the PO content or happen to see that it did well at Eternal Weekend North America and Eternal Weekend at large, and you want to get in on that, there is a sideboard guide on my Patreon and plenty of content to come, namely tomorrow morning on my Twitch. So check that out. I did also start a podcast, Brews of Paradise. We're kind of focused on brewing, obviously. That's on Spotify, all the major podcast platforms. Of course, thank you to the Epic Storm for giving me the opportunity to stream here. Or I just murdered Bryant, and that's why I'm here. Maybe that happened. You know? One or the other. But also, of course, thanking our sponsors, Moxfield and Card Hoarder. And that's it. See y'all next time.